What's up, y'all? We out here building a Chevy symbol, and I started doing the video earlier, but I messed it up. So I'm kind of already most of the way done on it. I got the frame cut out, got the piece cut out. So I'm just gonna start the video here and try to give you a couple tips on how I got the angles on it and everything. You can see it right there. It's a piece of 14 gauge laying down here that I cut out. Like I normally do, I drew it on cardboard, cut it out, traced it onto the steel. Same thing with this Chevy symbol. I drew it on the cardboard, cut it out, put it on the steel, cut it out with an angle grinder and a die grinder. It wasn't that easy to cut out, but it got there. I've done a Chevy symbol before, but this one is for a trailer hitch. The other one was a picture. But anyway, this is some 1/2 inch tubing. Old tubing I had laying around to frame it in. We'll clean it all up and make it look good. But to get these angles, if you're already a whiz with a speed square, then you really, this ain't really for you. I'm alright with a speed square, but it takes me a lot of time sometimes. So what I did, in a Chevy symbol right here, this is just going to be a 45-degree angle. So I cut my 45 right there. Got me a long piece. It was longer than that one. And then I came over here and measured out a 1/2 inch off this edge, because the material that I'm using is a 1/2 inch, and got me a line coming down. So that gave me the point of where the piece should go. And then you come back and do your point right there at the edge of your material, and that just mark your line across there, and you got your angle. You come back, that angle is going to be the same thing. So once you got that, I did the same thing on the bottom. Another 45. That's 45. So I cut the 45, put the long piece in, made my line going across. So when those lines intersect, that's your long point right there. Come back and do your short point on the edge of your material, and just transfer the line across. And that gives you your pieces to fit in. So anyway, that may help somebody if they're doing something with a lot of angles. But right now I'm going to get all these pieces tacked up. Here's the other short piece for there. Get all these pieces tacked up, get it put together. The Chevy symbol will fit down in there. That clamp's kind of in the way. Get it tacked up, put together, and see what it's looking like. I'm just trying to make sure it's pressed down all the way around. Trying to create something of a shadow box type feature. Alright, we got it tacked together. It creates something of a shadow in there. See, it's flush on the back side. The hitch will go right there. What I'm going to do, like I say, I polished it just a little bit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the die grinder, clean these tacks up just a little bit, and I'm going to run a bead all the way around, a little tight bead all the way around it, and hopefully pull a little bit of heat color inside this. We'll weld up all these corners. It got off a little bit on me on a couple corners. You see how that one? This one should have been trimmed some, and I already had it tacked, so I did it like that. And I'm going to try to fill it with the weld. Buff that off. Clean it. I'm going to buff the top welds off anyway. So, we'll run a couple welds on here, or clean up these tacks, run a couple welds and see what we got. Don't forget your glasses. And also, since I'm cutting these, since I'm going to grind these welds smooth, like that one, it'll be all right because the weld will sink in there. But the ones that are real tight, I'm going to run that cutting blade through it to groove it a little bit before I weld it.